Welcome back to Less Cash, More Mash. My name's Tom.
And I'm Mike.
And today we're cracking open a new bottle of Elijah Craig Barrel Proof 523. So this one once again comes courtesy of super fan of the channel, Steve. He found this one too. He brought this one back from the great state of Rhode Island when he was down in that area. Again, this is another one. I've been searching. That's where his dad flew out of. Yeah, that's what long and far trying to find any of these coming out. We can't find anything.
All they keep saying
it's coming.
It should be next week. It should be next week. That's been 5 weeks.
So thank you again, Steve, for finding this one for us. So we get this one for $69.99. This is 124.2 proof and the very controversial 11-year, 5-month statement going out there. So we'll get into that later. So the company is Heaven Hill. The distillery is Elijah Craig. It is 78% corn, 12% malted barley, 10% rye, which I always like. The malted barley is higher than the rye in this one. I have to say, they get an A+ from me with a little lip. I got to give them that. So Elijah Craig, I went on their website, and they actually came out and said, you know, they're not technically dropping the 12-year statement, but it's not just a 12-year statement. It's going to be whatever it is according to each release. So they're not saying they're not going to be at least 12 years. But what they are saying is they did this, the 11-year, 5 months. It's to give the blenders more flexibility where they get a better, truer taste off of what they have now, as opposed to just using the 12 years. But people are up in arms because the small batch used to have a 12-year statement, and it no longer does. It doesn't have that statement anymore. So they totally got rid of it. My argument is, I get it. It's only a couple months, so take it easy, people. But more importantly, and we're going to have to do this as a future Blind Fight Friday. We had their store pick from Ted's, and that was only an 8-year, and that was really good. So I don't know if the lower years are going to make that much of a difference. Captain Guzzle already jammed in there, so he can relate to that. But
it's got a super nose.
Yep.
I was going to challenge it to yesterday's on. Makers might have been a little sweeter, fruitier maybe to start, but this is still right there.
Yeah. Again, I apologize for
you take a hit.
I apologize for the chainsaws and the stuff. We got 4 huge trees in the front yard that they're going to be working on next few videos probably. So just bear with us.
It'll be so wide open for them.
I don't know how noisy it is for the.
It may or may not.
For the
thing.
The
microphones are here, so
we can hear it. That's all. I don't know. I probably should have used Ryan's microphone on the nose. I've yet to try this yet.
What are we waiting for?
I could say it could, well, because I was trying to, you said something about fruity. I'm not getting any of that. I'm getting
a background.
I'm getting like almost a caramel, or
you get that.
Maybe even like a chocolate covered caramel pecan. Like I'm getting like not so much, almost like a dark chocolate hint, but I'm definitely getting like a caramel coated pecan to me. Like I'm getting like a nutty, let me try a sip, see if it changes.
You're going to notice you're drinking it. It's definitely a step up from yesterday's. Both, because you feel it here and here.
Right, and the finish is hanging on.
No, it's
hanging on. It had some phenomenal viscosity. Like it really coated everything, and then like it's just still there. It's just still all on my coat cover. My
yumminess.
Because I left it in there for a little while.
How's that for a note?
You know it's yumminess. Yeah, that's perfect. You know it's 124 proof.
We've yet to be disappointed though with any of the Elijah's setups. Well, even from their small,
even their original. Right? No, I agree to their rye.
Yeah,
I actually really like their rye too. There's not been anything Elijah that we haven't.
No, you're right.
Yeah, you didn't.
It wasn't.
You didn't even mind that.
It wasn't because it wasn't cranking 95.5 or whatever. The nose is like spectacular.
It's actually in transit and changing right now, because now I'm not only getting like the caramel nut, I'm actually getting a little bit of a. I'm gonna venture into almost like a a little bit of an oatmeal with like caramels and pecans in it. You know what I mean? Like it's switching over, going into like the batter land where you're going like it was
I
zucchini
still have
bread.
like a light fruit in the background for me. I'm not disappointed.
I don't know if I would call it for me, if I'm really digging, I'm almost, and it's not the people normally, but I'm almost leaning towards a butterscotch more than a fruit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Almost. If I'm going to have to dig for a.
And
take another sip.
if you're pulling out nuts, that's even weirder because I'm getting semi-fruit and you're getting the nuts. They're almost like ass backwards today.
Mm-hmm.
Either way, it is. This
Do you
is very
taste
good.
the fruit? I don't taste the fruit either. I really taste like a caramel coated pecan.
According to even yesterday, this is not as heavy as an oak finish as yesterday's.
No,
I'm not disappointed. It's still very flavorful, but
Right.
you got that extra added oak yesterday. And
this has a more intense finish, but that was definitely oakier.
Well,
Because you're comparing it to the makers you're talking
Yes.
about when we did that.
yes,
Yeah.
Well, however you put it out,
Right.
but-
No, that I'll put that one out first. But that definitely was a. It was this one has a better viscosity though, but it's a higher proof too. So
No, this is very good. And they're both. I don't know if that's. You're not gonna go wrong if you see either one of these in the store, and we can't see either one of them here, but
these eventually get to us though.
they do.
Usually,
you still
we
not
can be
in
like 5 or
abundance,
6.
though.
Well, we can get it's hit. Well, it depends. Certain ones, because you can walk into some stores and they still got 522s going crazy off the things. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, I was just in the store the other day and there was 6 of them stacked in a row.
Oh, of
C922s,
yeah.
C921s.
I have,
you know what I mean? Different things.
When I was just down in Rhode Island, yes,
So-
that did happen.
Yeah.
They didn't have the newest one.
No.
They didn't even have this year's. But
They didn't have A, but they had B of last year. They had
C
all
and
three.
B.
All 3 of last year's.
Not all 3,
in
C and
the
B.
store that I had. And it was 6 deep because me and Ryan moved every one
And
of them to
obviously
see if they were
that
hiding
wasn't
it.
there. So don't I.
Yeah,
Because Brendan's like, well, it's right here. I'm like,
Yeah.
no.
Right. So we were digging through them,
In
and they
Maine,
didn't have it.
the one I wanted was back there.
Yeah. So these usually come, but like in a review, we're trying to get them out in a timely manner. And so again, I'll be bumping somebody's favorite video that you're not going to see till later on. But
anyway.
it's when we can finally get it. And again, this one has yet to be seen in Massachusetts. He was in Southern Rhode Island at the airport and happened to see it. And he's like, which one are you looking for?
Because
I was like,
I was
grab it. I'll
down
pay
there
you when you get
on
there.
vacation and it was not down there.
Yeah, but that was early. I mean, he just got it literally like 2 days ago. Like he just
Because I remember I told you that store. I took pictures all through.
Yeah.
They had a bunch of shit, but then the real stuff that they had, that's where
I will agree with you.
2,500.
This is another one that really brings me into my happy place. There isn't one of them.
You're like 107 plus, and then pretty much you end up with your feet on the ground flat.
You just got to kind of kick. Well, no, you know what? This brings me.
But
back.
it's a flavor, though. It's the flavor as well. I know it's just not the proof because we've had some with a higher proof, and you're like,
it's just not good. No, you're fighting it. I'm saying that's why this brings me. Every Booker's we've done. Delicious. A lot of the makers, it's an intense flavor.
The downfall for Booker's is probably their nose is not right off the bat.
But it comes though.
It does come
as it sits in your glass. It definitely comes,
and not disappointing to the taste or flavor and hang time. It's just if you're jumping on a nose right off the bat, that's not the first one that comes in.
I mean, the good thing about this is again
everything.
It lasts, so you're not. Whoop, you pour another glass. Whoop, you actually can sit back. Well, you are, but that's the way you drink it. And normally it's one of them. At least you feel like you want to kick back and you can take a sip and you can wait because like all this talking I'm doing, it's still there. All over my tongue. Absolutely, like it's not going anywhere.
I'll put the lid on it. You know,
no, you
I don't want to scare you.
You don't scare me at all, but these are the ones I try not to go back to until we review them and put them up against something. So, now they started out the loud machines. Good. So
that's what I was thinking too.
Again, I apologize for this. And again, they're going to be here for a few days anyways because there's like 4 huge dead trees in my front yard. But
It's better than
I'm glad they're taking them out
Yeah,
before
there you
they
go.
come and crash on the top of my house because there's 0 leaves on them, and here we are in June.
They would
so-
definitely
Dead.
hit the house.
Oh, and that'd be my luck. They're all falling this
And we
way.
just had
so.
a pretty good storm, so
Yeah, they've gone
that'd
through
be a
a lot
suck
of
way
them.
to wake up.
Yeah, it would. Well, if you do wake up, if it doesn't bonk you in the head while
Since
you're
you're
laying
on the
there.
top floor, right? It's not like you're down below where you got a chance at 3 floors before it hits you.
Right. So now
Delicious.
we have 2 of these now. So
Sorry for the tree
hopefully,
sidetracked.
hopefully we can get the 3rd one, and then we can do another Sunday Fun Day on which one is the best of this year.
I'm always pretty optimistic that between this one and Larceny, I think we usually have a pretty good chance, just not the month of.
No, but we have got them ever since we started this channel. It just took us, a couple months after the fact.
And now that this is here,
it hasn't made it to Mass
I was
yet.
going to say I was just at Ted's and it's not.
It hasn't made it to Mass. He was literally in Rhode Island. He called me and he's like, "Is this the one you want?" And then he snapped a picture and sent it. And I'm like, "How much?" I said, "Grab it."
Still got a few of
Bring
his
it up.
barrels left though.
Oh, of the private one, which was again very good.
Oh,
Which
it was.
I do want to try that on one of the future Blind Fight Fridays. So there you go. That being said, leave a comment down below. It's something you want to see or it's something you'd be interested in. Just I appreciate talking to everybody. Thank you for everyone who has been commenting and said
Very
stuff
much so.
about the new Blind Fight Friday. Leave comments on there if you have any suggestions you want to see head to head. Appreciate that.
And Jackass will put his mic on.
Well,
I did go back and watch a few, and it's like, maybe I didn't put it on.
I can't guarantee that, so we're not going to say that's going to be the case. So I did buy a mic so we can stick it on the table, but my son's using it over there, so we're using these still for now. But
They work pretty good. Without it, there is an echo.
there is or you can actually hear us when
Or
we
you
wear
can't-
them,
or you
and
can't
then
hear me,
you
so.
can't hear them when someone doesn't have it on. But some people may want me to take mine off, and then they can actually get you could get a word in edgewise.
I haven't heard anyone bitch about that.
So that
Can someone please tell Mike to put his mic on?
Well, yeah. I'm surprised someone hasn't said,
someone
please.
said put subtitles so we can.
So
read
we
what
can,
he said.
that's exactly what they said, right? So,
Sorry.
there you go. That being said, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Spend less, drink more. Cheers.
Subscribe.